focus on the gospel. However, I consider my life worth nothing to me. My only aim is to finish the race and complete the task the Lord Jesus has given me. The task of testifying to the good news of God's grace, Acts 20:24. Have you known an individual that was admired for his achievement and success? Perhaps this person has great qualities worth emulating. Those who manage to excel during adversity are usually admired as champions. It is wonderful to watch those who struggle and strive, then become iconic for courage and tenacity. Other people worthy of admiration are those that change the oppressions of the day with feats beyond human comprehension. My selected list of those who I admire after my Lord Jesus Christ is a man with great admiration for his conviction and focus. I'm referring to a man worthy of all accolades during the persecution of the Christian faith, which immediately placed him as an outlaw. Obviously, the one being mentioned is none other than the great apostle Paul. During our voyage with Paul in the historical scriptures, we forged an image of an individual fully convinced by the powerful message of the gospel. Paul, the very same one who persecuted and refuted this message, became a great apologetic. This particular simple man demonstrates how his determination leaves a legacy for the Christian faith. He is the author of at least 13 known letters, vital to explaining the fundamentals, behaviorism, and worthy testimony of the Christian faith. In the approach and strategy to spread the message of salvation, Paul had a conviction of his message of the uncompromising gospel, faithful, selfless devotion to all types of audiences and places in delivering the good news. This usually was achieved in person and others by sending the disciples the letters to remote locations. Lying was never expressed about the conditions and circumstances that surrounded him. Despite persecution, beatings, imprisonment, ridicule, shipwrecks, imminent danger, and loneliness that was experimented during his ministry. The focus and tenacity of Paul was remarkable because he chose not to dwell in personal circumstances that would stop him from preaching the good news. In places where he presented his fervent preaching that was accepted, people learned to love Paul as a great man of God. When moving on to his next destination, people would mourn his departure. The commitment to follow Jesus was absolute from the start. His conversion was sincere and produced real fruit in the Spirit. He made extreme statements as, "For me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. Follow me as I follow Christ. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." Would you be willing to imitate Paul? Keep in mind, he was a simple man who was normal and passionate for Christ and follow him into eternity.